Hey guys, welcome to Forge Tutorials episode 3. I've kind of been lazy with this one, and it was actually supposed to get done last weekend, but yeah, I didn't really get around to doing that, so I apologize for that. Firstly, thank you everyone who subscribed. I actually made it to 500 subscribers yesterday. It's actually almost at 600 now, I believe. And so yeah, thank you everyone for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Alright, so anyways, today's tutorial is the Invasion game type. It's a brand new unique game type. It's a lot of fun, but can be a little bit difficult to set up. But in a nutshell, Invasion is a 3-tiered game type with 2 teams, Spartans and Elites. The attackers win if they can successfully complete the objectives in the 3 phases, and the defenders win if they can run the time around in any one of the phases. So, I have here this Invasion map I built for this tutorial. I want to put it up for the default Invasion game type, not Boneyard or Invasion. Start up. So, oh wow, I spawned over here. Okay, the first thing you want to do is decide who you want the attackers and defenders to be, and then make initial spawns for them. Oh, it's gotta get over there now. So in Invasion, the attackers are, not the attackers, the Spartans are always red team, and the defenders are always blue team, which is a little bit different from other game types, because in other game types the attackers are usually blue team, the defenders are red team, but now it's Spartans red team, Elites are blue team. So for this tutorial, I'm going to have the Spartans be the attacking team. So I'm going to have spawning, go to initial spawn. I'm just going to put a couple red spawns down here for Spartans. And remember, if you want the Elites, for example, to be the attackers, you would just set these initial spawns to defenders. Red team. And yeah, I'll put a couple of those down for the Elite team. Just put them around here, I guess, because I want the first phase to be in this general area. What are laser doing here? Okay. Blue team. Let's put another one down for blue team. You should generally have 8 initial spawns though in every one of your games. 8 initial spawns for each team, I mean. Okay. Now that you got that down, next thing you want to do is set up the objectives. So in Invasion, there's 3 types of objectives you can have. It's territories, assault, and capture the flag. For the first phase, I'm going to have assault, as my game as the objective. So I would go to objectives, go to capture plate, and for Invasion, you want the team up to red team. You go to advance, and you set the spawn sequence to 1 to label it as a phase 1 objective, and you set the game type label to Invasion _ objective flag, and that just labels it so that you're telling the game this is where the bomb will spawn in the first phase. Next, I will have the arming point. I'll put that right here. I don't want to have it floating right here because it will because I will have the gate despawn later. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Yeah. And if this thing despawns, the objective here would look like it's just floating in midair, and that would look really weird. But yeah. So I'm going to put the objective right down here, just like that. Just fix the radius a little bit higher. Okay. So is it team to red team? Advanced. You set the spawn sequence to 1 again to label it as an object that spawns, an objective that spawns in phase 1. And you go to game type label and you set that to Invasion _ objective, and that tells the game that you want to plant the assault bomb over here. Okay. That's what I have done. This is the first phase, and that's complete. For phase 2, I'm gonna have territories. We can just go to hill marker and set the team to red team. Go to advanced, and set the spawn sequence to 2 to label it as an objective for phase 2. And all you're going to do for game type label is just go to invasion underscore objective. Alright, so let's say you want multiple capture the flag areas for this phase. What you're going to do is just put another one down and do the same thing as you did to the other one. So it's up to the attacking team color, advance, set it to spawn sequence 2, and game type label invasion underscore objective. And you can have as many of those down as you want, by the way. Okay, so for phase 3 now, I'm going to have capture the flag be the objective here. So I'm going to have the core, I guess, spawn on this flag stand. You can use any other object, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to use this flag stand here. Team to red team, go to advance, spawn sequence to 3 to label it as an object that is objective phase 3. You can go to game type label, set that label to invasion objective flag. And over here, I'm going to have the capture plate, so this is where they have to take the core to. Go team, advance, spawn sequence 3, game type label, invasion underscore objective. So this is where they have to take the bomb to. Alright. Now that I have the objective set up, what I'm going to do is go set up my respawn zones. And what those basically are is it lets you choose where you want the players to be able to spawn. So there are two types of respawn zones in Invasion. There are phased ones and there are backfield spawns. What a backfield spawn is a spawn point or a spawn area that can always be used at any point at any time by the team. So I'm going to set up this backfield spawn first. These are not required, by the way. They're good to have, I suppose, but they're not completely required. So set the team to red team because I only want the red team able to spawn here. Go to advance. Set the spawn sequence. Leave the spawn sequence at 0 because this is for the backfield spawn, and just set the game type label to invasion underscore respawn zone. That. And now that I have that set up, I'm going to set up a couple other ones to show you guys how the other ones work. By the way, with respawn zones, I recommend using these hill markers here because they're a little bit. They do the same thing as respawn areas. Like I'll show you here. Spawning, respawn area, respawn zone here. They do the exact same thing if you label them as respawn zones in Invasion, except the only difference is this one has an arrow. So when you spawn, the camera will be facing towards where the arrow is pointing, and that's normally something that you want. Whereas this one, you can't really tell where it's facing, right? I'm just gonna use this. I'm gonna put this one down here for phase 1 on top of the backfield spawn that I have back there. So I'm gonna set it up to team red team. Go to advance. Set the spawn sequence to 1. Set the spawn sequence to okay. In Invasion, this only applies with phase spawns. Spawn sequence 0 is to label it as one fire team. Spawn sequence 1 is to label it as another fire team. Spawn sequence 2 is to label it as another fire team. And spawn sequence 3 makes it so that anyone on your team can spawn here. Because how Invasion works is that it has fire teams, and fire teams basically let you spawn other people. And having the spawn sequences set to either 0, 1, or 2 let only a specific fire team spawn that area. So I'm going to set the game type label to invasion respawn phase 1 because I want it to spawn to be usable only in phase 1. Okay, gonna have that one set down. And then for phase 2, actually I'll set the elites up first. I'm not gonna have a backfield spawn for the elites, so I'm just gonna have objective hill marker, and point that in the direction I want it to. Set it to team blue team because you want the blue elites to spawn here.